أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم يأتكم نبأ الذين من قبلكم قوم نوح وعاد وثمود والذين من بعدهم لا يعلمهم إلا الله جاءتهم رسلهم بالبينات فردوا أيديهم في أفواههم وقالوا إنا كفرنا بما أرسلتم به وإنا لفي شك مما تدعوننا إليه مريب.
The second question is coming from which country? Is coming from Kenya, from an African country. And also the question is the same for another brother in, I think it is in Afghanistan. But I replied both of them. According to you, that is, they asked me, according to you, you said that you believe in the Messiah. You believe in Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani. And he himself said he is a lost Messiah of his era. And now you are the believers of the Messiah, the founder of Jamaat Qadiani, that is for me is a Jamaat Ahmadiyya, and he is a Messiah, and he himself say he is a lost Messiah, and you say that you belong to Jamaat Ahmadiyya before that, and also you believe in the promised Messiah, and now in this era Allah has raised you as a promised Messiah. What do you think about what Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadiani said about this? So, first of all, I know that Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salam, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam said that in his book, that he said, I quote what he has said, I do not claim that Messiahship has ended with me, and no Messiah shall come in the future. Nay, I say repeatedly that let alone one, more than 10,000 Messiah can come. He himself has said that. He himself has written that in his book. But I forget in which book he read. he writes this. But I have this in my mind because I have delivered a sermons on this subject where all the Ahmadis said that Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam, you're true. As Zira Ahmadis has said, as Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam said that he is a lost Messiah. But I have quoted this where Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salam said that I think it is, I forgot in one book, he wrote that perhaps it is in Izala or Hum, perhaps, but I forget. But I know that if any Ahmadis, anyone who can deny me and says that I am lying, what has Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam have said is not true. They can come forward and to prove this, that I am a liar. I have said something which is not true. But I know that Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salam has written this. I do not claim that Messiahship has ended with me, and no Messiah shall come in the future. In the future means after him. Nay, I say repeatedly that let alone one, more than 10,000 Messiah can come. It is possible that one may come with worldly power and glory, and also possible that he may first arise in Damascus, according to the prophecy literally. But, my friend, excuse me from believing and accepting that the very same Messiah, sons of Mary, who die, shall descend from heaven with his physical body. This which Hazrat Masih Maud alayhi salam has said. And also I can reply to you to this, what he has written. What Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam has written also. He said that my belief and the belief of my followers about Mahdi and the promised Messiah is that all the hadiths of this sort about the Mahdi are unreliable and untrustworthy. In my views, these may be divided into three classes, within which they all fall. They all fall. Firstly, those hadiths which are unsound and wrong. Secondly, they are those hadiths which are weak. And due to the mutual contradiction and conflict, are removed from the level of reliability. Thirdly, there are those hadiths which are authentic, whose authenticity is proved by repeated occurrence, and which have either been fulfilled in some previous age, or they are such that they do not speak of physical rulership and wherefore, but indicate and even state clearly that he shall not have worldly kingship and rule, nor would he fight or shed blood, or have an army, but that he would reestablish faith in the heart by spirituality and power of the heart as is the hadith. There is no Mahdi except Jesus, recorded in the hadith book of Ibn Majah. This hadith means that no Mahdi shall come except the man who shall come with the temperament and disposition of Jesus. That is, he shall be the promised Messiah as well as a Mahdi. He shall come with a temperament of Jesus, following his technique of teaching. That is, he shall not return evil for evil, nor shall he fight. Rather, he shall spread guidance by means of a pure example and heavenly signs. His teaching shall be, do not fight for the faith, but spread it by means of the light of truth. And the miracles of good morals and divine nearness, I say, that is Hazrat Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad said, I say truly that he who now fights for the religion, he disobeys Allah and his Prophet and goes outside the instruction, limits and duties set by them. I wish to inform our benevolent government that the promised Messiah, who has received guidance from God and who follows the path of Jesus, is myself. This is what Hazrat Masih Maud salam has written in his book. I think that this found in his book Hakikat al-Mahdi. So I think that I have answered your question. But I can say also that the term Messiah, for me, I want to tell something. The term Messiah is applied to that righteous one whose touch has been blessed by God, by Allah, and whose breath, preaching, and words are life-giving. Then this word was applied particularly to that prophet who did not fight war but reformed people through spiritual blessings only. In another place, another explanation about Messiah, Messiah is a title which was given to Jesus, meaning one who touches God, partakes of divine favors, the vicegerent of God, and one who adopts truth and righteousness. Mahdi is a title given to the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, meaning rightly guided by instinct, heir to all guidance, and the full reflection of the divine attribute guide. So, I think that you have understand my reply. This is what I have said some, which Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad salam, the founder of the Jamaat Ahmadiyya, has written himself that he is not the last Messiah, and he said that I do not claim that Messiahship has ended with me, and no Messiah shall come in the future. Nay, no. Say that I say repeatedly that let alone one, more than 10,000 Messiah can come. It is possible that one may come with worldly power and glory. So the history is repeated, my brother. Like Hazrat Muhammad they have closed the door of prophethood. Said that the prophet Hazrat Muhammad is the last prophet. And in this era, when Allah raised his humble self, so the Ahmadis has become like the other Muslim, other Jamaat, the other Muslims. Like the other Muslim has closed the door of prophethood, said that the Holy Prophet ﷺ is the last prophet, the prophet will come after him. But in this era also, the Ahmadis has closed the door of Messiah. That there is no Messiah after Hazrat Masih Maud, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam will come. Because of my proclamation, I have proclaimed that Allah has raised me as a Messiah of this era. So, history is repeated. So what? We cannot object to the will of God. Allah has raised me. So, turn to Allah. If I am a liar, so you will say, I am a liar. But if really I am a truth person who raised by Allah, a chosen one, so the judgment is in the hands of Allah. It's like this. Whenever a prophet is coming, the prophet must believe in Allah and must obey Allah by the divine revelation which Allah sent to him. Allah has raised him. He faced many problems with many peoples, even with his own families, the opponent, the enemies. He faced many problems, but Allah reveals to him. Allah gave him the divine revelation. But people, the other people, want to control the prophets of Allah, the chosen of Allah. They want that what they say that we must believe to them. We must, that is a prophet, must listen to the people. No, you have not raised the prophets of Allah. Allah has raised his prophet. If someone is raised by Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala and listen to other people, and the revelation is coming from Allah and he is not obeying Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala, so he will bear the consequences. In the Holy Quran has proved this. Where some prophet has not obeyed divine instruction, what happened to them? So, when raised a prophet, especially in this era, Allah has raised me, I must obey my Creator, my Rabb. I cannot obey anyone, even some who are very close to me. No one more closer to me than Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala. Because Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala has raised me. For that reason, people say that he is a liar, put many doubts on him. But if the Prophet gets the revelation, divine revelation, Allah reveal him this, so he must obey. He doesn't look for the creatures. He has a work to do in this world. So, this is my reply. Those who see that the Messiah, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam is a lost Messiah, and no Messiah will come after him. But he himself has wrote in his book, and Allah has raised me as a Messiah, the Khalifatullah of this era. Allah gave me the divine revelations. Allah has chosen me. So I must obey Allah, or I will obey what people will say, or the people will come and to command me and to do this and to obey them. No, this is not the works of a prophet of Allah. The prophet of Allah must obey his creator, must obey to his Rabb, a divine revelation. You believe in me or you don't believe in me, just too bad. You want to live when a prophet is not listen to someone which he said that the prophet must listen to him and takes this decision according to him and don't listen to Allah. So the situation will be very critical. If the prophet is not obeying him, he will obey Allah. Allah has raised him. Then these people is going out and talk a lot of nonsense and blame, doubts, accusations, all these things. I have paused in this. I will still pause on this. But bear in mind, these people, their consequences before Allah will be very, very, very fearful. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.